Well, it's a disorganized system that we have coming through tonight, but still there's an opportunity for some snow and even freezing drizzle, which could cause some slick spots. So it's something to pay attention to. Nothing you have to change your plans about. But overall, if you're looking at snowy roads or slick spots, the best probability for that's probably going to occur later tonight to early tomorrow morning. I think snowy roads really are going to be less than just some isolated slick spots depending on snow amounts, because it's not going to be occurring continuously all the time. Given that, I think these conditions may even linger through the morning commute, very spotty. And then I have some of them persistent all the way through noon for some possibility of this, and that's because the wind picks up, and that could result in some blowing and drifting of snow or areas where you do have snow on the ground. So something to keep in mind, even during the afternoon hours, those favored areas where they do drift across could cause some problems too, as the wind really will be the factor. So just like I said, a minor system, but still could cause us some problems even through tomorrow morning. Something to keep in mind of. If we kind of track it out, a lot of this is going to struggle to reach the ground probably until later in the night, but you'll notice a little bit of pink, red start to show up. That's indicating there is a possibility that some of it could be some freezing drizzle, really south of La Crosse through Prairie du Chien up and through basically north of Madison. That area is probably more favored to see some of that. Otherwise, towards midnight, I think that's when we'll start picking up a little better shot of seeing some of the snow hit the ground, maybe accumulating throughout about 2 to 3 seems to be the best shot to see some of that. By the time we get to about 3 to 4, a lot of this pushes east, so the morning commute probably won't really deal with a lot in the way of precipitation. Could still be a flurries out there, maybe in a few freeze and drizzle areas. It'll be the wind that'll start picking up too after this point, and actually skies will begin to clear out later in the day, so we'll have plenty of sun. Snow amounts, not a lot through 10 or 11. We're looking at very light amounts. If anything, further north and west you go, the better chance you might see a little bit of accumulation. It's really after this point is when I think you'll start seeing the 1 to 2, maybe potential areas up towards Russ County further north could pick up maybe 2 to 3. Everywhere south, it's going to be like less than an inch, and then there'll be areas that could get 2 depending on how these bands move through. Overall, here's a special weather statement right there is for that freezing drizzle possibility coming through this evening. Our highlight yellow across the area. To the south, that's where they could see more, actually get to 1/10 of an inch of ice, and that's Dubuque and further south. Up to the north, just to west of Russ County, that's where they have a better shot of maybe getting in that 2 to 4 inch range. So that's your advisories right now throughout the area. So it's kind of disjointed in how they're laid out. Winds will be the bigger story going tomorrow, and I mentioned blowing and drifting could be a problem in some areas, but 15 to 20 all the way at 9 a.m. out of the west, and that will continue through the afternoon hours. We have gusts above 30. You see it kind of spikes up about early afternoon hours, so this could cause some blowing and drifting if you have snow on the ground. We'll see winds continue through the evening commute. They will begin to decrease, but likely not seeing much of a drop off until 8 p.m. High temperatures tomorrow, a lot of these will probably be in the early morning hours or just early afternoon. I think a lot of areas may, especially further north you go, might start falling with the temperatures with that cold air behind that front coming through. But all in all, these temperatures are pretty typical for this time of year. We have the alert day now for Saturday for that event, 3 to 7 inches. Definitely looks like this could be widespread. We just got to have it narrowed down where that heaviest band will come through. But late Friday night through Saturday, plans Friday and Friday night should be fine. I don't think a lot of the snow will reach until after about 3 to 4 a.m. Looks like it through the evening hour. It kind of looks like Saturday late night into Sunday we should dry off. And then the good news about this system is we don't see a lot of wind. So blowing and drifting probably won't be an issue, but definitely we'll have a lot of snow. And then going into next week, the big story will be how cold we're going to get with all that snow on the ground. And those temperatures are probably a little conservative on numbers depending on where you're at, because I think a lot of areas may be 10 to 15 below in some of those mornings, given the amount of snow that we'll have.
But I'm here for the snow. I'm jealous that Eau Claire has some already on the ground.
Yes, they do. A lot of areas up there, and they're going to get a little more tonight, and they'll have a bunch more probably for Saturday. So.
All right, and happy National Weather Person Day again. Yes, it's your special day. Okay.